Do we have Paula to do the welcome? Otherwise, I can do the welcome. Welcome to all. Whether you're visiting for the first time or have been here many times before. Oh. It's on? Okay. Are you hearing me through the mic? Is that because I'm not projecting enough, or why is that? Yes, I'll turn it over to you as soon as we make sure the mic is working. There we go. All right. All yours.
I was locking the door.
Here, use this one, please.
Oh, okay. Good morning. Welcome to all, whether you are visiting for the first time or have been here many times before, whether you are joining us in the sanctuary, remotely from Zoom, or watching this recording later, it is good to connect with you. I'm Paula Olson, a member of the Welcome team. Today, the children will be with us in the sanctuary throughout the service. The family room, just to the left at the back of the sanctuary, with audio of the service piped in, is open for parents and children. Care is also available in the nursery on the lower level for infants and children through age 5. By greeting our virtual neighbors, we build a bridge between online and in-person participants. First, we will project on our screen the image of folks who are currently on Zoom, and we ask you to show your welcome by waving to them. Now we invite you who are gathered in person to turn to face the camera at the back of the sanctuary and give the folks out there a wave. If you are with us in person, we do invite you to join us after the service for coffee and conversation in Hodes Hall, which is located to the left after you exit the sanctuary. And today we'll be celebrating October birthdays with cupcakes. There will also be a light lunch of bagels and fruit, courtesy of the BUC transition team. At 12 o'clock, members are invited back into the sanctuary for an opportunity to speak and listen as we share thoughts and feelings about previous ministers. In Hodes Hall, our newcomer table is a place where visitors and newcomers can meet and chat with members of the congregation and with each other. All are encouraged to drop by. Just look for the colorful sign. If you are with us on Zoom, we invite you to stay on the call for a virtual coffee hour immediately after the service ends.
Whenever and however we connect with BUC, we are building this beloved community. We light a flame in the chalice with words by Albert Schweitzer. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us.
We invite you now to rise in body or in spirit and join in singing, "Here We Have Gathered," hymn 360.
inside. May all who seek here find a kindly word. May all who speak here feel they have been heard. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Here we have gathered, called to celebrate days of our lifetime, matter small and great. We of all ages, living out our span, infants and sages, sharing what we can. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Life has its battles, sorrows and regret, but in the shadows let us not forget. We who now gather know each other's pain. Kindness can heal us. As we give, we gain. Sing now to friendship this our heart's own song.
Come into this circle of community. Come into this sacred space. Be not tentative. Bring your whole self. Bring the joy that makes your heart sing. Bring your kindness and your compassion. Bring also your sorrow, your pain. Bring your brokenness and your disappointments. Spirit of love and mystery, help us to recognize the spark of the divine that resides within each of us. May we know the joy of wholeness. May we know the joy of being together.
Our story for today is called Pass It On by Sophie Henn. When you see something terrific, smile a smile and pass it on. If you chance upon a chuckle, hee and pass it on. If something happens that's amazing, whoop it up and pass it on. Should you spot a thing of wonder, jump for joy and pass it on. With all the smiles that you've made and the joy that you've spread about, you'll find the world's a little nicer and those smiles a little brighter. Sometimes the fun and glee aren't in their usual place, but search around. Even in sadness, search around and you'll find gladness in a hum, a hug, an embrace. So when the sky is gray and rainy, shed a tear. Shed the tears you need to shed. Share your sadness and find gladness with the friends who share with you. Grab your wellies and your raincoat, splash a smile, and pass it on. If you feel a little lonely, don't let that worry you. Branch out and find some others who will share their branch with you. And when you least expect it, like a bolt out of the blue, a smile or some sunshine will be passed right back to you. Enjoy that happy moment. Let that feeling fill you up. Feel your feelings, find your friends, and pass it on. So today, we're inviting you to take part in a simple, joyful act of spreading kindness. And I have some volunteers that are going to help me. So could my volunteers go and get those special baskets from out in the pavilion? So here's how it's going to work. You're going to get a clothespin. And this clothespin symbolizes something encouraging, loving, kindness. And one thing that you might be able to do with your clothespin a little bit later on is write a message on it. Something simple, like, you're enough, you're doing great, you matter, peace begins with you. And then once you have your clothespin, go ahead and gently clip it to somebody else. Clip it onto their sleeve, their scarf, the strap of their purse, somewhere that they'll find it. And when someone pins one onto you, well, let yourself smile and feel the love. These little reminders are like seeds of kindness, small but powerful. When we share them, we create ripples of care, connection, and joy. It's a playful practice, right? But also a sacred one. Because in a world that moves fast and often forgets gentleness, this is one way that we can remember. We are all connected, and we all deserve kindness. So, I encourage you to take those clothespins and maybe find someone during coffee hour. Sneak it on their sleeve, or take it with you out into the world. Let's fill this space, this world, this time with clothespins and compassion.
The mission of Birmingham Unitarian Church is to be a free and welcoming religious community that encourages lives of integrity, of learning, of service, and yes, joy. One way we live out this mission is by giving half of our weekly offering to a nonprofit organization that shares our values and addresses needs in the community. To suggest a nonprofit for this donation, please check the BUC website under Justice to find the application form. Our offering receipt for October is Oakland Shelter, the shelter of Lighthouse in Pontiac. For decades, BUC has been a partner with SOS, previously hosting up to 30 unhoused guests for one full week in November here at our church. During COVID, guests were housed in hotels, and BUC funded meals for our week. This is still the model of our support, and we are funding meals the week of November 2 through 9. Our goal is $5,600 to cover 2 meals a day for 80 guests. Prepared and delivered by Meals on Wheels and served in the new Lighthouse Community Kitchen in Pontiac. In addition to the October plate collection, We partner with other local UU congregations and the Muslim Unity Center to reach our goal. So this morning, Ali Manjapani, and the Community Partnership Specialist with the Lighthouse, is with us to tell us a little bit about the work. Ali is a graduate student at Wayne State University. Here, here, here. I spent my life there. Studying public policy, and has a background in political organizing and advocacy. She joined the Lighthouse just under 2 years ago. Ali?
Yes. Lauren is our amazing development director. She's also leading our Lighting the Way campaign. But just to get into it, thank you all for being here, and Paul for making this happen, and Ed for the beautiful introduction. I am a part of Lighthouse. We're a part of Lighthouse. It's a nonprofit that was merged or formed in 2019 through the merger of South Oakland Shelter and Lighthouse of Oakland County. Together, we merge to more holistically address the root causes of poverty and homelessness in our community, and to better expand our services. So an exciting groundbreaking is coming up, and I will let Lauren share a little bit about that as well.
Sure. Lauren Fisher, thank you for having us here today, and thank you to Paul and Ed for the lovely welcome for all of us. So in addition to the work that we do at Lighthouse, which is covering emergency needs for food and shelter, Lighthouse is the nonprofit in Oakland County that opens its doors to families. There are other shelters that shelter single folks, but we see a lot of families and children. And in the last couple months, we have seen a 20% increase in need for food, which is a precursor to seeing more needs in housing coming up. Lighthouse has existed, as has South Oakland Shelter, for many, many decades. I myself in the 90s, like you all, at my home congregation, used to volunteer for the shelter week at my home church. And now Lighthouse is looking to the future. Not just keeping up with the emergency needs, but how can we really expand our reach and try to actually meet the need of the community, which is not yet met. So that leads us to the Lighting the Way campaign. It is a catalytic, bold vision for the future. We are expanding our campus by building a brand new emergency family shelter. We will be breaking ground this fall. And beyond that, our campus will expand further to have a wonderful community dining center where when you all come and join us in a couple years, we will be able to dine and be together in a nice open space with our clients, as well as some fantastic amenities for the families that stay with us. The addition of a social supermarket where folks can come and get emergency food, but shop for the food that they need for their family, as well as a new economic opportunity center, which will include training in resume writing, financial planning, and the like. So thank you for allowing us to share this bold vision with you, and we hope that you'll come and see us at Lighthouse soon. And I'll be around after if anyone has any questions.
So, as many of you may know, my background is actually in science education. And as a UU, I have a profound appreciation for the interconnectedness of life. Biology, chemistry, physics, cosmology, I swear, all of it is connected. But today, I want to talk a little bit about the chemistry of the human body. Specifically, these little chemical messengers that are called neurotransmitters. Raise your hand if you've heard of neurotransmitters, right? Well, neurotransmitters are needed to make things happen in our bodies. Think of them like little text messages that our cells send to each other, because without them, we wouldn't move, we couldn't think, feel, or even smile. Throughout our body, there are millions of these nerve cells called neurons. But here's the thing, neurons don't actually touch. There's a teeny tiny gap between them. So, how do they send signals across the gap? Well, that's where the neurotransmitters come in. Those neurotransmitters are very special chemicals that neurons produce that are able to jump across that gap, and they help to carry the signal down the line. Now, I've recruited a couple of volunteers to help me with this next part. So if you were recruited as such, my volunteers, can you come on up here? They're gonna help me to demonstrate a little bit, in a way, what these transmitters, these neurotransmitters are doing. And feel free in the seats on Zoom to join along with us. So, when we do something kind, like smiling, sharing, giving a hug, our brains release a burst of dopamine. That's the, yeah, I did something good chemical. So, what does dopamine maybe look like? Yeah, I did it. Oh, pat on the back, right? Now, when we do things that are kind too, we also get a little sprinkle of serotonin, and that makes us feel calm, peaceful, connected. So serotonin, yeah, kind of calm, maybe take a nice deep breath. Feel that serotonin. Now, if the act of kindness involves touch, like a hug or holding someone's hand, we get some oxytocin, sometimes called the cuddle chemical, which helps us to trust each other more. So maybe why don't we all give ourselves a nice big hug, right? Feel that hug. And even some endorphins show up. Those are our brain's natural, feel better helpers, like tiny cheerleaders. What might they look like? Helping our brains, helping our bodies, helping us feel good. All right, well, thank you, my volunteers. Now, actually, this next part is gonna involve all of you. So you guys can find a seat and get yourselves comfortable. Actually, let's give him a nice round of applause. Thank you. So, because we're talking about science, we're gonna do an experiment all together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a timer for 1 minute, and all of us are gonna fake laugh, fake smile, just do it, okay? And I invite you to make it the biggest fake smile or the biggest fake belly laugh. Let's see what happens. All right. On your mark, get set, go. ponder this experience for a second. Think about, how do you feel now? Was it hard to stop laughing once you got started? Does your body feel different than it did before? Well, that's because you tricked your body into releasing endorphins. And even if you were just pretending to laugh or just smiling really big, I'm guessing it may have actually turned into an actual smile or an actual laugh, even just a little one. So, why do we even have these chemicals? Well, it's because we as human beings, we're wired for connection and survival. When we're kind to each other, our brains reward us with these happy little messengers, which encourages us to keep being kind. It's almost like evolution planted kindness right inside of our biology so that human beings would thrive together. Kindness isn't just something we do out there in the world. It actually changes our brains and our bodies. Every smile, every thank you, every gentle act is like planting seeds of good chemicals in ourselves and in others. That's the science of kindness. And it shows that our UU value of cultivating love and compassion is literally built into who we are. Now, this wouldn't be a chemistry lesson without some kind of chain reaction. So let's see if we can all demonstrate how neurons send a signal through our bodies with our actions being those neurotransmitters. So take a moment. Think of a simple kindness action that you can do right here, right now. You can smile, you can say thank you, you can pat your heart, or give a high five. When I give you the signal, you will share your little act of kindness with your neighbor, who will receive the message and share their act with the next person down the line. Okay? So we might have to do a little bit of zigzagging. So think of your kindness action. Think of how you're oriented in your row of neurons here. And let's see who can complete theirs first. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have these two sections. You're going to compete against one another. You're a little bit bigger, about the same size. So we'll see who of these two sections can finish first. And then we have our choir loft and our folks over here by the window. You two are going to be competing against each other. So when it gets down to the line and you're the last person, raise your hand, wave it real big so I can clock which group finished first. And this is all in the spirit of good fun, right? But some healthy competition's good every now and then. So, you got your kindness action? All right, and I'm gonna indicate who's gonna start just so that you know. So, I'm gonna have you start for this section. And oh, hold on one second. I'm gonna have you start for your section. Ginger, you're gonna start for the choir loft. Actually, I tell a lie. I'm gonna have John, he'll start the choir loft. And then, let's see. Can you start for that group? All right. On your mark. Yeah. So yeah, find the person who's next to you or next down the line. And I'll give you the signal. On your mark. Get set. Go. Winner circle right here. Thank you.
Got 3 extra. I want credit for 3 extra.
Yeah. All right. Keep going. Good job, you guys. Oh, I love that even though this was a quick little thing, that I saw people still taking their time to make sure that that kindness was received. And so give yourselves another nice big hug right after that. Great job, everybody.
This is a loving kindness meditation from the Buddhist tradition. And will you read it with me? May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be whole. We hold each other in our hearts and minds with all our joys and all our sorrows. The joys and sorrows of the congregation that are shared with us this morning are these. It's Raina Deering's 18th birthday today. And her best wish is for the Tigers to win the World Series. And this joy is from Sarah Konstantakis. She says, I'm very happy and relieved to share that the pathology results from her surgery indicate the best possible outcome, and she is cancer-free. She thanks everyone for the love and support thus far and as she continues in recovery. We remember those experiencing losses and those facing health challenges. We pray in whatever way we pray for all those affected by war, by hatred and violence. We pray for peace. The cares of the world are many. Even when the cares of the world weigh on us, may we find joy in our connections with each other and in the pleasures that life holds. Let us take care of one another and ourselves in all the ways we can. Let us make this a safe and welcoming place for all. And as we hold each other in our hearts and minds with all our joys and all our sorrows, whether spoken or unspoken, let's take a moment to be quiet together. Now please join in singing Blessed Spirit of My Life, the first verse.
The reading is entitled Because by Rosemary Wartola. So, I can't save the world. Can't even wrap my arms around every frightened child. Can't foster peace among nations. Can't bring love to all who feel unlovable. So I practice opening my heart right here in this room and being gentle with my insufficiency. I practice walking down the street heart first. And it is insufficient to share love. I will practice loving anyway. I want to converse with truth. I want to trust. I want to invite compassion into every interaction. One willing heart can't stop a war. One willing heart can't feed all the hungry. And sometimes, daunted by a task too big, I ask myself, what's the use of trying? But today the invitation is clear. To be ridiculously courageous in love. You get that? To be ridiculously courageous in love. To open the heart like a lilac in May, knowing freeze is possible. And opening anyway. To take love seriously. To give love wildly. To race up to the world as if I were a puppy, adoring and unjaded, stumbling on my own embrace. To feel the shock of indifference, of anger, of cruelty, of fear, and stay open to love as if it matters, as if the world depends on it. So what's the use of trying? To love as if it matters, as if the world depends on it.
My Lord, What a Morning is an African-American spiritual which comes from a rich
400-year-old tradition that emerged from the culture of enslaved Black people. These songs were often created and composed in secret and served many purposes: to inspire people to work, as celebration for learning, as a container to hold hopes for freedom, expressions of pain through what were known as sorrow songs, encoded messages for planning escapes, and songs for every facet of the human experience. We can never know the depth of anguish and pain of enslaved people, nor can we ever feel the remarkable strength and resilience it took to survive the scourge of slavery. But singing the music of people who lived then connects us to them in some small way. With our song today, your BUC Chalice Choir hopes to pay homage to this important part of our culture by continuing to sing spirituals. We hope the song reminds us all of small moments of gratitude and awe we might experience as a result of the natural world, and also that power exists in a community which can help us transcend even the most unimaginable cruelties, so we might join that heavenly band to create a more equitable and compassionate heaven on earth, and perhaps even after we leave this world.
niceness can be overrated. If it means hiding ourselves and our true feelings behind surface politeness. But kindness born of compassion is a way of being in the world with authenticity, honesty, and truth. Recognizing and cultivating each other's humanity and our own results in humane, civil, and kind behavior. From Albert Einstein, a human being is a part of a whole called by us the universe, a part limited in time and space. People sometimes experience themselves, their thoughts and feelings, as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Civility is a practice of kindness and compassion. From the Institute of Civility in Government, which sounds like a really good idea, comes this definition. Civility is claiming and caring for one's identity, needs, and beliefs without degrading someone else's in the process. Civility is about more than merely being polite, although being polite is an excellent start. Civility fosters a deep self-awareness, even as it is characterized by true respect for others. Civility requires the extremely hard work of staying present, even with those with whom we have deep-rooted and perhaps fierce disagreements. It is about constantly being open to hear, to learn, to teach, and to change. It seeks common ground as a beginning point for dialogue when differences occur, while at the same time recognizes that differences are enriching. It is patience, grace, and strength of character. I just saw a cartoon in the New Yorker magazine that showed a kid holding a door open as another person walks through. The kid says, "I'm just doing this for a school project on common courtesy." Can we make common courtesy, civility, and kindness more than a school project or even a church project? Can we make compassion a way of life? Pass it on. Now I invite you to rise in body or in spirit and join in singing with heart and mind, hymn 300.
With heart and mind and voice and hand, may we
Each week, as we gather, we light a common chalice. We sing, we celebrate, we pray, we think. Then we, each other, gather strength from the flame and go out from here, taking the flame with us.
May we live our lives fully and creatively so that we may be a blessing to ourselves, to each other, and to all those whose lives we touch. Please remain seated during the postlude as you take a moment for reflection.